Hey folks, Evil Pajamas here with another Civilization 6 video. It's January 2021, and this video is primarily for players who enjoy Secret Societies mode, but prefer the pacing of this mode prior to the December 2020 update. So what we'll be going over are some tweaks that you could be making to your map settings that will speed up the tempo of the game generally to make it feel a little bit more like the pacing prior to the December update. So if you aren't familiar with the December update, the change that was made to Secret Societies mode is that a governor title is granted only when you meet the first secret society, and you no longer obtain that second, third, and fourth governor title upon the first meeting of each of the subsequent societies. And this slows down the pacing of the game quite a bit and makes it feel a little bit more like you are playing just the vanilla Civ settings. So obviously the one additional governor title boost is still a big boost, but if you were used to the pacing and strategy behind being able to obtain very early governor titles, then you might sort of dislike the slowdown with the December update change. I can understand where the developer's coming from, saying that power level ramp up was too high. So, not a complaint or anything, but if you did prefer that, there are some changes that you could make to get closer to the pre-December update level of pacing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is ramp your number of city-states up to the maximum number. And this does a couple of things for you. One, you will have to devote fewer resources to sort of defending yourself from barbarian attacks because the city-states tend to clear out some of those barbarians for you. So you don't have to worry about missing a barbarian camp and have it potentially spawning like a massive horde of barbarians that ruin all of your plans. The other thing that increasing the number of city-states does is it increases the odds a little that you're going to get a first discovery on a city-state, which is going to give you that free envoy and then ramp up your resource production a little bit faster. Now, of course, the AI will benefit from these changes as well. So once you have your city-states set to the maximum number, the other thing that you can do is that you can select your city-states and put a weighting towards cultural city-states. So what that will do, and we'll take a look at that when we get into the map, but effectively that will help you get into the governor titles closer to the pace that you were used to getting them, because you're simply going to get into early empire and state workforce faster. Um, in relation to the sort of the pacing of the game here, so Code of Laws, you can see without any boosts, it's gonna take 20 culture. It won't actually take 16 turns because we will have a population increase prior to that 16 turns, but it is still going to take somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 12 to 16 turns. Quite a while. So you see, I'm getting 0.2 from population and then 1 from the palace. And so if you look at so that's 20 culture and then 40 culture, and then you need another 70 culture to get to just your first governor title there. So with the map setup we went with the bias towards cultural city-states and then ramping up to having the maximum number of city-states on the map, we should have a fairly decent shot of getting a first meet on at least one cultural city-state, which in turn will increase our culture output by almost 100% effectively in the first couple of turns, given no other factors. So regardless of whatever else happens on the map, that is going to be a substantial ramp up towards getting those first couple of governor titles. And our borders are growing pretty quick because we had that early cultural city-state meet. So, and we now have discovered Arthur, and we discovered another city here, and why don't we just go ahead and move over our governor to Rapa Nui here, Papa de Rapa Nui, and one more turn before we get a slinger. I did see a little barbarian scout wandering around over here. Let's see if we can go find what he's doing. And here you can see like the benefit of having sort of a lot of city-states. they are sort of eliminating these scouts for us here. So not I'm not going to be planning on building Arthur right away, so let me go ahead and start working on a builder here. And we'll go up this way. And was there anything I missed down here? It doesn't look like it. Alright. So now with the 2 cultural city-state meets, we were able to get through Code of Laws relatively quickly just on turn 10 here because of that. So the pacing is going to be a little bit more similar to what you're used to here. And then let me go ahead and work on craftsmanship. And that's not always going to be the case. You might not get, you might not get the first meets. So this isn't like a panacea for getting, back the old governor titles on every single Secret Society discovery, but it's going to be a little bit more similar to what you're used to most of the time. Well, I'm not even going to say most of the time. I just more often than if you just left it on the standard default settings. So we've gotten little philosophy boots. We're not the first meet there, so we're not going to pick up the extra culture from that, unfortunately. We've discovered Sinbad. I don't think he wants to explore this lake. And you can see here, once again, benefiting from the density of city-states here, helping us out. Like if these guys weren't here, I'd probably be having a lot more problems with barbarians there. And you can see, so we're on turn 49, and we have 4 titles. So I mean, it's like a little bit closer to the pacing that you would have had pre-December patch. So, and that is my preferred pacing. But again, you just adjust to the game the way the rules are. So that is it. Obviously not a perfect workaround, and it sort of sucks that you have to stack all one sort of city-state if you want to get that type of similar pacing to the pre-December update. So anyway, if you liked this content, please consider liking and subscribing, and hope everyone has a great new year. Thanks so much for watching.